Okay, thanks you, Mr. Abib Abolaji, for joining us today.
Yeah, it's nice meeting you as well. My
We're
pleasure.
so happy to join us, to share your story with us and for you to encourage people that are coming behind. So
Yeah,
very
I'll be glad to do
quickly,
that.
will you share with us the school you finished from, the year, and your undergraduate major and class of graduates?
Thank you. Thank you for the question. I finished from Danfodiyo University, Sokoto, Nigeria. I graduated with first class honor in statistics, and since then, I've been on the journey.
Okay, so what year did you finish from?
I finished in 2017.
Okay. All right, which means 2017. That's fine. Statistics and the graduate, but the first class is actually a big one, actually. All right.
Sometimes.
Let's move to the application session. Like, what are the requirements you have before you start applying to graduate school?
I think the first thing I thought about when it comes to graduate school, I look at what is the general requirements. And from there, I started thinking of writing GRE exams. So from GRE exam, I felt like because I want to stand out as exceptional student when it comes to application. So it was then I started thinking of GRE. So I wrote GRE. I wrote TOEFL, that's the test of English as foreign language,
Okay.
and I put up my applications such as the standard statement of purpose, my transcript, my school transcript. So this was what I gathered I used to apply to graduate school in the United States.
Okay. So when did you start the application?
I started my application November 2019. So this period, I was able to apply to several schools, even though I was preparing for GRE then. But I just want to know my stand as regards to this application.
Yeah, I get
Like,
that. I get that. Maybe you're admissible or not.
yes. So I just want to know.
Okay. Well, that's fine. So, how many schools did you actually put in for?
I applied to 12 schools.
12 schools. So, how many
Yeah.
admit, how many rejection?
Yeah. Actually, I didn't have rejection, but it was all about passion because I consider the background I'm coming from. I know that funding will actually play a major role in my life on why I'm coming to the United States. So I actually go for the one that give me the best funding, to be
Ah,
sincere.
okay. So, will you share your application process, how you were able to get into the school,
Oh,
how were you able to get, like, yeah, your funding for now?
it's quite very simple. It's quite very simple. I
Simple?
think one thing I came to understand is that Nigerians, especially the black ones, has leveled the ground for us. Why for us that we are coming maybe from African countries because they've always been having good records. So I think the first thing I did, I was able to search for the school. So when I got the school, I went directly to my department. So I was able to see the graduate coordinator. So I composed the question I'm willing to ask the graduate coordinator that would be the best suit for me so that I won't keep asking him over and over again. So after mailing the graduate coordinator, he was able to tell me that, yeah, I should go ahead with my application. However, they don't waive application fee. So I sent him my transcript, he looked at it, and he encouraged me to apply. So lately around March, I was awarded funding, full
Okay.
funding that comes with
So,
teaching.
like, how many, what's the time difference, the months?
Yeah, mostly I think what I did is that the deadline for the application was actually February. So I think I applied early. So I applied around November. So it was quite so early for me. So, and I got my decision in March
Oh, okay. So, which means that's for fall application.
for 21 application.
Okay, so like the 12 schools you applied to, are they all masters, PhD, and what
Yeah,
type? Can you mention some name?
it was a mixture of masters and PhD. In
Okay,
fact, I had admissions for PhD as well. But then I was just putting into consideration because with a lot of advice I've gotten. However, because I know that I actually have a strong background for the course I'm going to, I'm not diverging from one course to another. So like I said earlier, because I know that funding will play a major role in the United States for me, so that I'll be able to concentrate on my study. So that's why I decided to go for where I am presently, at the University of Texas-Elpaso.
okay, okay. So can you just mention some names of the schools you applied, maybe some
That's
others?
yeah. I applied to Bowling Green State University, Ohio. I
Mhm.
applied to the University of New Hampshire at New Hampshire. I applied to the University of Delaware, Newark. I
Okay,
applied to the University of Texas at El Paso.
okay.
I applied to Texas Tech University.
It's okay. Thank you, at least, so that people will know that
Of
the
course,
the
it's
stuff
actually,
is
yeah,
actually real.
yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
so what's your advice for people that are coming, people on undergraduates, the graduate, the working ones that actually want to come into what's it called for the graduate program to in the United States? What is your advice?
Yeah, my advice is very quite simple and straightforward. The first thing I would say is that never give up in this journey because
Mm,
it's actually real.
mm,
So for you to achieve the level of acme, the level of what you are willing to do in the United States, or for you to achieve your goal, you have to keep pushing and trying. So try as much as possible because you will hear here and there that the application fee has been waived. However, the GRA has been waived, TOEFL have been waived. Sometimes it might be real, but I would advise anyone coming into the United States should take either one or two of these exams so that it will stand out or stand you a chance of getting funding because most times it might be competitive. So, however, in as much you are following mentors like my boss, yeah, so it's very,
Oh,
very,
there's no boss
it's
anywhere. Oh. There's no
so
boss.
it's nice that you keep following some some things on like just on LinkedIn as it keeps posting it so that you'll be getting more and more insights on how you could go with your application. But it is advisable that you take standardized exam, either TOEFL or GRE, and you start as soon as possible to keep sending mails to several schools. Most times you get rejection, most times you get attestance. So most times it's not always balanced, but you keep pushing and keep trying. You'll get there someday.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Abib
Thank you.
Abolaji, for your
Thank you.
time. I believe
Thank you.
that people have been able to learn from your application process, how you are able to move from Usmanu Danfodiyo to Texas, yeah, and him, and for your master's program in
Thank you.
statistics. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Yeah,
Thank you.
so for others, if you are just joining us today and you are watching this is success story channel. So we'll be bringing people how they're able to maneuver their way down here, how the application process and the hurdles they're able to cross. So we believe that you watching this, you hearing from them, you'll be able to get insights on what you are also going to do, you are meant to do too, for you to transition down to this place. So with this, I will see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.